everyone, welcome back to day 6 of our in-depth journey through React's class component lifecycle. If you have been following along, you are doing great. If you are just joining us, be sure to check out the previous videos in this series to catch up. Today we are diving even deeper into React component lifecycle. So let's get started. So our first method of lifecycle is component will receive props. Component will receive props was a legacy lifecycle method in React that was called when a component was about to receive new props from its parent component. However, it's no longer recommended for use and has been deprecated in React 16.3 and later versions. So our next method is should-component-update, which is a lifecycle method that allows you to control whether a component should re-render when it receives new props or state. It takes in the next props and state as argument and should return a Boolean value. You can use should-component-update to optimize rendering performance by preventing unnecessary re-renders. For example, you might compare the current props and state with the next props and state and return false if they are the same, indicating that no re-render is needed. So the next method is component will update, which is similar to component will receive props. Component will update is a legacy lifecycle method that is just called before a component is about to update due to changes in props or state. Like component will receive props, it is no longer recommended for use. You could use component will update to perform actions like preparing for an animation, updating a component based state on new props before the actual update occurs. Now the next method is componentDidUpdate, which is called after a component has finishing update, meaning it has received new props or state and the DOM has been updated to reflect those changes. This is a good place to perform tasks that require the updated component data. In practical uses, use componentDidUpdate for tasks like interaction with the DOM, making network requests, or updating state based on new props or state. For instance, you might use it to scroll to a specific element in the component after a new item is added. Now, the last method is componentWillUnmount, which is a lifecycle method called just before a component is unmounted from the DOM. It is crucial for cleaning up resources such as event listeners or timers to prevent memory leaks. Why it is crucial? Failing to clean up resources in componentWillUnmount can lead to memory leaks or unexpected behavior in your application. It's an essential part of a good component design. Now, let's see a to-do example which will showcase all these lifecycle methods. So here we have defined a to-do list component using class-based component approach in React. And I have defined all the lifecycle methods which I have explained in the video. So we will see one by one each of them. So first of all, we will set up the constructor. Here we will initiate the to-dos list and the new to-do which we are going to add as a blank string. Next, what should happen when component did mount is called? Means this method is called once the component is mounted. So after 1 second, the to-dos list get populated with these 3 items. Now, after component is updated, means if there is a length change in the to-dos list, then the document title becomes to-dos and with the length value. Now, what should happen if component will unmount? If the component is unmounting, means it is getting removed from the DOM, the document title should become React app. Now, as you know, component will receive props and component will update are legacy methods that are deprecated in newer version. We have just done some console logs for our usage purpose. So here I have set up one input box where we will giving our new to do, and on the click of this button, this to do will be appended to the list shown below. Let's see the output. So here I have created a to-do list. Now I am going to add a to-do. Suppose it is new to-do. And if I will click this button, it will add into the end of the list. Now let me add another one. Now let's see what's coming in the console. So as you know, we have done some console log like in the method component will update. So it is printing us the new to do and the to do's, means it is printing us the value which was in the present state, and as we know, in the next state. So here, suppose the next state is the new to do 2. Now I have commented the should component update. Here we check if we want to update the component or not. So basically here we check some condition that if the condition will return true, then only the component will be updated, otherwise it won't be updated and re-render. So that's how I have implemented all lifecycle methods. If you found this presentation valuable, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share it with fellow developers. If you have any question or thoughts, please drop them in the comment box. Keep coding, keep exploring, and we'll catch you in the next video. So in the next video, we will have a look into React hooks in an extensive way. Thank you and have a nice day.